Hear a little rumour that Richard Tice, he's spoken out about this already. Tell us more.
Well, Michelle, you asked there, what does Richard Tice think of all this? Is he rubbing his hands? I've asked him myself. He tells GB News Tonight, I can confirm that Lee Anderson and Brendan Clark-Smith would both pass our strict vetting process. They've got his number, they can ring him, but no other chat or detail on any conversations. There is an opening, an invitation from the Reform Party for Lee Anderson and Brendan Clark-Smith to join tonight.
What do you reckon? If you was in the mind of Lee Anderson right now, Christopher, do you think that he'd be sitting there rubbing his hands, going, stroking his chin? Let me think about that, or not?
Well, we're hoping to hear from Lee Anderson at some point soon. I mean, we don't know what he thinks of this yet. Of course, he used to be a Labour Party councillor. The first time he became a Tory MP, that was the first time he voted Conservative for himself in 2019. Would he make that jump to reform to save his seat, to save his political career, as he might see it? I'm not sure. There has been some quite tough words between those two individuals recently. They've clashed quite a lot. That's Richard Tice, leader of Reform, and of course Lee Anderson. But it just shows, I think, that the Reform is on the edge of this, watching these Tory MPs vote against their own government to tighten immigration rules. Now, if this doesn't go any further, and if Rwanda bill is not tightened, where does that leave the MPs who voted against their own government? This will be weaponised by the Labour Party to a degree, although they haven't got an answer, and in fact would repeal the Reform Act, the Rwanda Act. But more alarmingly and worryingly is the fact they tried to stop this or change this bill and it didn't work will be weaponised by the Reform Party and could eat into their support. So you have an offer tonight from Richard Tice, leader of Reform, to these two senior Tory MPs, join us.
Well, we're going to debate that in just a second. But before I let you go, any new viewers, just very quickly bring them up to speed on the amendment voting that has happened this evening, please, Christopher.
That's right. So MPs right now are voting on one of Robert Jenrick's amendments, the former immigration minister, against dozens of Tory MPs supporting it. This is to try and stop lawyers fighting individual cases to slow down deportation flights when they're meant to start in May. We'll get those numbers to you as soon as we can, the numbers of Tory MPs supporting the amendments, trying to harden the government measure. We do expect the government to win, but it's the scale of the rebellion which will worry whips overnight.
Indeed. Christopher Hope, thank you very much for that.